We good?
Okay.
All right. It is 1 o'clock. It is Monday. It is time for the Monday message. Holy cow. The View was more insane than I thought it was going to be. My expectations for The View were over the moon, and it over delivered. I mean, insanely over delivered. I know every single person that was there and that had their hearts in the meeting had massive change. And you say why they had to have their hearts in the meeting? Because I'm telling you, that was some heart content. And if you're there and you had your heart in it, I'm telling you, all the stuff I've been hearing, the texts, the calls, people had massive breakthroughs at The View. We are going to 100% blow up our attendance at Family Reunion because of what happened in The View. People are believing at a higher level. People are dreaming at a higher level. People are thinking at a higher level coming out of The View. The View, I mean, oh my goodness, as excited as I was, it was even better than I thought. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're going to talk about this, May and June. See, here's the thing. You can have a life-altering, legacy-changing time anytime you choose. See, underperformers, they're always waiting for this one thing to happen, this one big breakthrough to happen to them. And that's why they think they're unlucky. They're waiting for something to happen to them for them to break through and have a massive, massive explosion in their business. Let me tell you something. High performers, people that lead at a high level, they don't wait for something to happen to them. They make something happen. And that's what we're going to talk about this week, going into next week, going into really this month, right? It's May 1st. So let's go with all producers over 1,000. I know we had everybody getting back in town and getting their feet underneath them, hitting the field hard. So next week is going to be massive. Look at all our producers over 1,000 last week. Aaron Wilson, David Fleming, Mimi Ramiro, Brittany Martin, Seth and Adina Decker, Lorenzo Errolman. I hit in a few apps there. Sabrina, the monitor just went down. Sabrina Floyd, Ryan and Camille Lewis, Marty Uwe Pelikanen, and David Helgeson. Let's look at our top 5 submitted from last week. Richard Tubbs, $6,603 in submitted premium. Jeremico Edwards, $6,639 in submitted premium. Eduardo Soto, $6,733.80. Soto, by the way, Soto says his team is going to do $300,000 in May and $300,000 in June. And I believe them. I believe them. They are making some moves. Jennifer Midgley, $7,024.68. And number one for the week, that was last week in submitted premium, Adam and Cindy Burge, $9,013.32. Top 5 paychecks from the week last week. Look at these paychecks. Mike Guerra deposited $4,142.27. Nick Greco deposited $7,132.29. Mark Hutchison deposited $7,613.98. Number 2, Hannah Rosenfelder depositing $12,551.14. And look at the number 1 paycheck from last week, Donnell Vaughn. Way to go. $17,053.05 deposited last week alone. Way to go, Donnell. Month to date issue paid. Here's how we're shaking out. I think we got one more set of data going in to decide how April will be settled. You got Donnell Vaughn at number 10. He's obviously going to make a big jump once the premium for that paycheck shows up. He's going to make a big jump. Mike Guerra, Mallory Barnes, Evan Patzer, David Townsend, Mimi Ramiro at 5, Adam and Cindy Burge at 4, Mark Hutchison at 3, Aaron Wilson at 2, and Marty Uwe Pelikanen currently sitting at number 1 for the month. And again, that's through last Wednesday's submitted data or issue paid data. Year to date issue paid, there's definitely been some jumps, some shakeups in the makeup here. Look at this. David Fleming at number 10, Rogers and Kim Straughter now at 9, Mimi Ramiro at 8, Nick Greco at 7, Dan Hoyt at 6, Jeremico Edwards at 5, Adam and Cindy Burge out at 4. I'm currently sitting number 3. Mark Hutchison sitting at number 2. And Mike Guerra sitting at number 1. Year to date, issue paid $111,654. Mike Guerra had a $41,000 paycheck last Friday while we were all at The View. How crazy is that? That is incredible. All right, look at all the recruiting that is happening. Look at this recruiting coming out of the View. You got Rogers and Kim Strotter. When we look at direct fast tracks, Alexandra Bridgman, Tony Lewis, Clishonda Cook, Rafael Fernandez, Diana Ngui, Jacob Perry, Sarah Cook, Diana Castile, all with one direct completed fast track. 2 direct completed fast tracks. You got Mimi Ramiro and Priscilla Hillary Jeffers. With 3 direct completed fast tracks, you got Mercedes Pena and Sana Elukamari. Money Merv Pierre, 8 direct completed fast tracks last week. Way to go, Merv. The base shop here had 9 direct completed fast tracks. You're going to see us continue to pour on the WIT. I encourage you to join us and add a ton of WIT. Now is the time to add WIT. I'm telling you. Brandon and Ashley Beal coming in at 16 direct fast tracks last week alone. New baby and all. Proud of you guys. Way to go. Look at direct completed contracts last week. You got Sana Elkamari. I'm getting that one down. Noel Wilson and Merv Pierre, all with 1. The base shop put in 5 directs, and that ties Brandon and Ashley Beal for number 1 in contracts last week with 5 direct completed contracts as well. That's the last leaderboard. All right. So let's get into it. Guys, the View was insane. If you weren't there, don't make that same mistake with Family Reunion. Please don't make that same mistake with Family Reunion. The View was incredible. Here's how much I believed in it. Here's how much I believed that the View would be incredible. We brought our daughter, Tinsley is 11, she'll be 12 soon, and she had so many takeaways from that. I mean, we just talked about all the different characters and what did we learn? How did it impact us? How did it hit you in the heart? What are you going to do different because of that character? I'm telling you, the View was insane. So we are in a unique position as we go into May and June. We've got 2 months, 2 full months. Family Reunion is going to be in July. We've got 2 full months that we can flat out attack this thing. So here's what I've got going on. Next Monday, I will be in Detroit with Gina Hawks. Gina's going to do a boot camp from 2 to 5. We're going to do a hotspot that night in Detroit. We're going to follow it up, take a show on the road to Houston. Gina and Adam Katz are going to do a boot camp in the afternoon. I will get there just as quick as I can to help with that. And then we are going to do a hotspot that night in Houston. Then we're going to go to South Florida the next day. We're going to be in Fort Lauderdale. Mercedes has so much good stuff going on. I mean, she's just like taking over the state of Florida. She was in Tampa this weekend doing a boot camp with new people. She's got people in Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale. We are taking over. Here's what it all is coming to. As a team, we need to do $1 million in premium in May and $1 million in New Life premium in June. That is what we have got to do. The Leventoviches are in on it. The Riddles are in. Riddle is in on it. We are going to create a massive explosion going into Family Reunion. Guys, I have read books for over 2 decades that talk about momentum. Momentum is created when we decide to do something crazy in a small window. Nobody creates momentum when they decide to do something vague over a vague period of time. You know, my goal this year is to increase my volume. That never creates momentum. Never. Momentum is created in small windows with massive goals. And you say, well, how close are we to 1 million? In the month of March, we did right at 700,000 issue paid New Life premium. 1 million is a stretch, but it ain't a crazy stretch. When we do 1 million in May and we do 1 million in June and Riddle and Leventovich do the same thing, guys, we will create such crazy momentum going into Family Reunion that we will have the biggest, craziest back half of the year we have ever had. And I mean ever in 22 years. That's why we're so deadly serious about creating this massive explosion inside of these 2 months so that we come into Family Reunion with insane momentum. So I say that to say, what are you going to do? I told you Soto said, I got locked me in for 300,000. Me and my boys, me and my team, me and my guys and gals all over we're going to go do 300,000. We got that. Greco's talking big numbers. Guerra's talking big numbers. Guys, what will you do? I know I talked with many of you last week. Say, what can we count you in for? We can make this crazy, massive move together. Here's what I'm telling you. We must do it. And you say, must do it. What will happen if we don't? What will happen if we don't is we will have let the bigger team down. I'm not cool with that. I'm not going to let that happen. Us, Riddle, Leventovich, we are creating a massive fire going into family reunion so that we will have the craziest back half of the month we have ever had in over 20 years. So we think about this. What's that going to mean? It's going to mean promotions like crazy. Think about that. We go to 1 million. We go to 1 million a month in May, 1 million a month in June. There are going to be crazy promotions going into family reunion. I've got some content I want to share with you on the backside of my guests. I'm going to give you some why. I'm going to give you some how. But what I want to do is get 2 of my guests on that have made massive commitments to this run that we're making in May and June. First up, let's get Mimi Ramiro. Mimi is talking some crazy numbers. She had some crazy people at the View. She had people that I'm telling you, just they got that feel. They got that feel. These are the kind of people we can build something massive with. She's going all in on personal production. She's going to lead her team. She's going to have a crowd at family reunion. Just so many exciting things. So Mimi, if you can come on and share what's going on, share what the plan is, share what you're going to do, share what you're hearing from your team. Let's make this massive shift in the alliance happen. Mimi, you with us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Mimi. Light us up.
I am trying to get my video to work, Stephen. It doesn't, but if my voice is working, I guess we're in business.
Let's go.
We got to improvise. That's what we got to do. I'm not going to let the camera take my spirit away. Okay, man, oh man, like you said, Stephen, you from the edge. I'm like, I need a recording of the whole thing, you know? And I listen to it 50 times every day that something don't go right, and then I can pick the personality that, you know, that I can connect with at this moment to help me. That was a life-changing. You know, sometimes here we say things because we believe in Andy, and Andy brings it on board with us. And when they say something, we say it. We just go by faith. We borrow Andy's faith and we say what he says. That was me with View from the Edge. I'm like, it will change your life because all events always change my life. So I believe that one will change my life. But man, oh man, I don't know what to say about that event. That was a life-changing event. Not repeating. Now I have my own faith. It's not yours, Stephen. It's not Andy's, it's not Mark, it's my own because I experience it. That's what I want everybody to go to convention. Experience it for yourself. I don't have to pay them back. You give that game, you put that game on, you don't like it, I will pay you your money. So what you got to lose? Nothing. Go experience it. I had somebody who challenged me, Stephen, oh, well, what if? There's no what if. Do you want to grow yourself? If you don't want to do business with us, at least your life is changed. You know, so that part, nobody can express it. Nobody can, I can talk about it. I wish you had a video to see me. I speak with my hands. I'm Haitian. We speak with our whole body, you know? So, but the fire, you have to be there to catch it. And that's what changed you as a person. You know what I mean? I came back from View. I'm going through some stuff. I'm like, I'm glad I went. You know, because if I wasn't there, I know I would be blowing up. Some of these, you know.
To Mimi is adversity always strikes right before breakthroughs happen.
Exactly. That's why I'm not giving up. That's why I have some crazy goals. So that changed my life. It changes my team's life. And we are going crazy. I don't even know how many people, Stephen, we have in class. I don't know how many people is taking the test this week. I just don't know. All I know, the people on my team who are on fire, I tell them, let's keep filling that pipeline. We need the funnel, put people in and out, put people in and out. We're trying to get better at doing that. Get people to buy into the opportunity, and it works. It's a good opportunity to change our lives. We're trying to share it with the passion. We have big goals because we know we're sharing the opportunity to our team with passion. With enthusiasm. And then people are getting in, they're buying into that. We're trying to help them because nobody gets in this field to just change lives. It changed lives and make money. So
And see,
we're trying.
here's the thing, Mimi. Because you said here's how it works. People and low performers, they can't get this in their head. They think, well, I would be passionate if this happened, that happened. Here's the problem. That's not how it works. You set a big, massive, scary, terrifying goal. You make it public.
Yep.
That gets the passion going in you.
Right.
So then you share it with passion, and then
Right.
that just sucks everything you need towards you. That's how it works. So that's why you're sharing it with passion, because you set a big, massive goal for May and June, and then that passion flows from that commitment. That's how it works.
Okay, Stephen. Passion with me right now, let me tell you, it's no longer the calm Mimi, quiet Mimi. I'm angry right now. I'm frustrated. I am pissed off. That's what's going on. I tell everybody today in my house, don't even come close to me because I got some energy that needs to be transferred properly to the right channel, right? I don't have time to mess around. I got goals. I'm focused. Stay away from me because you might be caught on fire if you get close to me. So that's what's going on. That's the truth. I tell everybody in my house, don't tell you, because this is the goal, Stephen. I'm tired. I'm happy for everyone. Like you said, everyone was winning. I'm happy for ours to be winning at that level. They don't have anything I don't have.
That's right.
That's the key right there. So I want to be there. I do not want agency manager. I don't want district manager. I'm skipping levels because catch-up needs to be made. You know what I mean? So that's why we have $100,000 goal for May and June, and it's already been in place. We already know where it's coming from. Some of it is already in the making. Does that make sense? And then how many agents do we have to make it? Well, we have we had 2 new writers this week, and then we have people taking the test, and I'm traveling to go help them. I am talking to you about people, connecting my people. I am talking to Andy. We're gonna network and get our people make money, make a difference. That's the part that, yes, everybody else on the team should be scared because Team Crazy is really getting crazy. We're about to blow this thing up. That's all I have to say, Stephen. I have to save my energy for later.
I love it. I love it. Get after it. I love it. So 100,000 in May. That's and right. 100,000 in June.
That's right.
That's going to create insane
VP,
momentum
baby.
On your team. Oh my God.
VP. And we got people in class. We're doing everything we can, using all the resources that we can to support our people to make sure we deliver, because we tell them we're gonna help you change your life, and that's what we intend to do, and we're gonna make it happen, no matter what.
I love it. I love it. 100,000 in May, 100,000 in June. I respect people that make big goals and make them big time public.
Oh yeah.
It's what it's going to do is it's going to continue to rally your team around that goal. So carry that message forward. I'll help carry that message for you. I will do Zooms. I will do calls. I'm going to be with your people next week. I'm all in on helping you get it. And that, again, here's the thing. The ones that will be rewarded are the ones that take their role on the team serious. See, Mimi could just go, yeah, that's going to be awesome. Well, the team will do $1 million and then not make a big commitment. That's not what winners do. Winners do what Mimi just did.
And we're shooting for 100 people at family reunion.
I was just going to ask you about that.
That's what we're shooting for. Everybody has their own commitment goal. How many people are you going to bring? How many people? We're just going deep and deep.
Here's what's going to happen. You're going to do 100,000 in May and 100,000 in June, and you're going to have 100 people at family reunion. And then the rest of the year, everybody's going to be talking about how lucky you are.
Oh yeah, I want that. That's the talk I want.
They're not going to talk about the hard work in May and the hard work in June. They're going to be like, she's so lucky. She's so lucky.
Like,
and
like
you know
you
what?
guys always
We're going to
say,
laugh and have a good time, and we're just going to keep piling it on.
we ain't gonna talk about the struggle until we win. Then you have a story to talk about.
That's how winners talk. Losers want to talk about their struggle all the time. I'm in the struggle. I'm in the struggle. Go get a victory. Then talk about the struggle that you went through to
That's
get
what
there.
I'm
Be an
talking about.
inspirer, not a deflator. We got too many deflators out there as it is.
We
got
ain't got
no
time
room.
for that. None at all.
I'm so proud of you. I will do anything I can to help you. When people make big goals public, that gets me crazy. That gets me like, how can we tilt the game board in her favor? So proud of you, Mimi. Let's get it.
Thank you,
Jeremico.
Stephen.
Absolutely, Mimi. I'm so proud of you. Jeremico, light us up, brother. Same thing. You got a big, massive, scary goal, and I love it. Light us up, bro. Oh, nice Guinness shirt.
That's right. That's right. Got this from Ireland, baby. Man, but I'm fired up, man. Stephen, man, I appreciate you setting the example and actually helping me just to set goals. Like before this business, I didn't even know about goal setting. And now it's just like every month I got a goal. Every year I got a goal. So having goals is fun. It gives you something to shoot for, especially like us as men. We need stuff to shoot for or else you're going to get bored. So it's like, I don't like being bored. So I got to keep these goals in front of me. So after the view, the vision that I got from Marcus Setta, the vision that I got from Andy, like Andy got on me pretty hard about some stuff, like what I need to change, stuff like that. Just talking to you, Stephen, I come out of view from the edge and it's just like, this is stuff that I can implement immediately. Like Mike Leventovich talked about just how he structures his business, how he runs his business. It just changed my whole thing. So I had a staff meeting and it's just like, here's what we're trying to accomplish in May and June. Like, I don't care if the earth cracks in two. It's like, this is what we're going to do come what may, right? So in May, my goal is personally $40,000, which I already so far, I'm already around 20,000 issue pay. It just like the draft dates just have to hit, like everything is like issuing for May. So I just got to do another 20. So that's personally, but my team with the stuff that Ryan has going on, Ryan and Camille Lewis, like he will hit agency manager. With the stuff that Rogers got going on, with the stuff that Julian got going on, with the stuff that Chris has going on, like his personal goal is to write 20,000 with these people, plus with the new recruiter that I got coming on, like the people that's going to come on from the whip, from all the ass that I'm running. Our team is going to do 250,000. Now I might be shooting a little low, but that's 250,000 minimum for May, 250,000 minimum for June. We have the momentum to do it. We have the knowledge. We have the know-how. So now it's just, we will push and just put it into fruition. So from this leg, guaranteed 250,000. Plus I got some personal goals that I'm trying to do. I got like levels that I want to hit personally, but to help the bigger team out, we're going to do 250,000 and I'm going to do 40,000 personal. And so going into Miami, my goal is 100 people, like 100 butts in the seats in Miami. So roughly to get 100 butts in the seats, I'll probably say we have to sell about 130 tickets. So out of 130 tickets, we're going to get 100 people actually there, because that's just how people work. Like you got to oversell, and then some people going to cancel, some people not going to show up. But we're going to have 100 butts in the seats. If we could put 100 people in Miami on the Edwards team, we could put 100 people in Miami, guaranteed the next event, we're going to have guaranteed 200 people. That's just how the numbers work. Like it's going to double, but we're going to double what we put there. So we double from national convention. We double from there. We're going to double in Miami. And then, the next event, we're going to double. So that's just how the numbers work. So we're all running for the same thing. We're all on the same page. man, just come join us. Like these goals are exciting. Like I'm so excited because we all went to that event and we all came together as a team and we all said we can do it and we all have momentum. So for the next event, so in Miami, if you're on this call for Miami, you want to get the momentum before Miami, because what our team did was we got the momentum, then we came into a view from the edge, and then we just shot off. So now all of this business is going to get issue paid in May. So with Miami in July, same thing. We're going to just shoot off, and then April, but we're going to have the biggest end of the year numbers that we've ever had as a team. Like I can just foresee our team by December. I can see the Edwards team doing 500,000 a month easy, and we're going to be there because we're going to find the people. We got the momentum. We got the right people in place. Everybody got their attitudes together. Nothing can stop it. And so momentum is a real thing. I learned that momentum is actually real roughly about 4 years ago. It took me a while to learn that. Like I heard Steven say that over the years, like momentum is real. Once you got momentum, it's something like you can lose it, but it's hard to get back. But once you got it, like you just keep it going. But that was kind of tough for me to believe. But then when you actually see it, it's like, wow, nothing can stop us. Like we can't lose because we got momentum, but you have to keep feeding it. So I'm making sure people are on these calls. I'm making sure that I'm calling up people, checking in with them, seeing what they need, because we got momentum. That's causing me to actually work more, and that's causing me to be more fired up. Thus, people feel my energy, and and the same thing trickle down throughout the team. So, Steven, we on fire, brother. Man, I appreciate your leadership. I'm looking forward to you coming next week, Monday. Like we are going to have that room packed, because again, that's another momentum building thing. So it's like when Gina came, we had roughly about 30 people there. So now with you, we're going to have, we should have about 80 people in the room. So that's going to catapult to the next level. So, brother, I look forward to seeing you next week.
I love it. I love it, man. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for being bold. You know what I'm saying? It takes boldness to be public with a massive goal. 250,000 is massive. And what that's going to do for you, bro, like what it will launch you to. The momentum is going to be crazy. And you're right. That's what I've always said. Momentum is real. It's hard to get. It's easy to lose. But with it, you can do more than you ever thought possible. More than you ever thought possible. With it, you can do more than you ever thought possible. So we're going to get it, brother. 250,000, Jeremico's team. I know y'all got your WhatsApp. Get loud, get proud. Tell them what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to do. Thursday, I've got some blocks open for coaching or for new sharp people you got. We had a brand new direct I was talking to last Thursday. She signed up for family reunion. I mean, her family's coming. Like there's so much of that momentum. Thursday, put me in the game where I can help you. You got sharp new people. Tell me where they are. And I'm talking to Jeremico. I'm talking to everybody. I am going to do everything I can. I'm going to leave it all on the field to make this happen, because this $1 million a month in May and $1 million a month June must happen for the Alliance. It must happen, because I'm telling you, when we do it, when us, Leventovich and Riddle all break through past that, it's going to just send just tremors throughout the entire organization, and it's going to be the craziest second half of the year we've ever had in 20 years. So proud of you, brother. All right, here's my message. Here's my message. Thank goodness for unreasonable men and unreasonable women, because without them, nothing of substance would ever happen. Think about that. Any major breakthrough is done by unreasonable people. And you say, well, unreasonable is a bad thing. I'm not talking about unreasonable like my dumb cousin or your dumb cousin or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that don't accept normal boundaries of achievement. Like most people, here's what underperformers do. Underperformers love two words: realistic and reasonable. I just don't think it's realistic for me. I just don't think it's realistic for this team. I just don't think it's reasonable for me. I just don't think it's reasonable. They love that word. Low performers get nothing done. That's why I say thank goodness for unreasonable men and unreasonable women. People that say, you know what, reality is flexible. Just because someone else has come to, or just because the majority of people have come to accept said limitations, doesn't mean that I'm not like them. I am my own person. I know I can write 40,000 and get the team to do 210,000. So we have the most massive breakthrough this team's ever. That's what winners do. Low performers, they always want to talk about what's realistic for me. I don't think it's realistic. Okay. Here's what's crazy. The same people that say that it's not reasonable, it's not realistic for me to have a breakthrough like that, they're going to go home today and they're going to lay on their butt on the couch and they're going to watch 4 or 5 hours of television. They're going to scroll. If you add it all up, like they get an alert at the end of the week, you get the screen time alert. Your screen time is up 68% this week. They're gonna have unreasonable breakthroughs in screen time, but not unreasonable breakthroughs in business, right? Think about it. People that use reasonable and realistic as an excuse, they squander their time on the not important and the not urgent. Their screen time, they're scrolling. They got the strongest scrolling thumbs you've ever seen in your life. They flex some scrolling thumbs. Give me a phone. I'm going to scroll like you've never seen before. And then they say what we do is unreasonable and unrealistic. They're going to lay on the couch and watch a borrowed Netflix account for 5 hours tonight. And they're going to say it's not realistic what Jeremico's talking about. It's not reasonable what Mimi's talking about. I say, forget about that. I say, thank goodness for unreasonable men and women like Jeremico, like Mimi, unreasonable people like Greco, unreasonable people like Guerra, unreasonable people like Soto and his team that are going to go do 300,000. I'm just telling you, thank goodness. Thank goodness for people like us, because nothing of substance would get accomplished otherwise, right? Nothing of substance would. So here's my question for you. And I want you to tell me directly. I want you to call me. If you don't have my number, find my number. It is not a hard number to find. Text me, tell me, what can you unreasonably do in May and what can you unreasonably do in June? What can you unreasonably do in May and unreasonably do in June? And don't let the low performers twist it. Don't let them twist it. Well, he's asking this stuff's not reasonable. And just gotta be reasonable. And then they're gonna go sit on their butt and watch 5 hours of Netflix like they're reasonable. Who cares what they think? What can you unreasonably do in May and unreasonably do in June? Because I'm telling you, magic happens in small windows, right? Peanut butter and jelly. Who doesn't like a good peanut butter and jelly? If you make a peanut butter and jelly in under 5 minutes, you got something worth eating. If you take 5 months to make a peanut butter and jelly, you have food poisoning. Under 5 minutes, delicious. Over 5 months, food poisoning. Magic happens in small windows. Think about an airplane. How many of you guys flew to Denver? Aren't you glad that the pilots got serious about getting that thing up before the end of the runway? Very small window in comparison to the size of the country. Aren't you glad they were a little unreasonable and how quickly they got that plane up? I'm telling you, magic happens in small windows. Confidence. You want to be more confident? I'll tell you how confidence is built. Confidence is built by daily disciplines and large moves. Daily disciplines and large moves. So your daily disciplines, getting up early. Jeremico talked about that at the View. And oh shoot, Jeremico, I forgot to commend you while I was talking to you in person today on the call. Your talk at the View. You feel different. You feel different. I know you do, because I have been on both sides of that. I'm telling you, I've been on both sides of that, working hard, have a breakthrough, give a breakthrough talk, and all of a sudden it's like, there I go. I'm so proud of you, man. What was I talking about? Oh, confidence is built in small daily disciplines. Jeremico talked about getting up early, like low performers. Low performers, I'll tell you what, they're going to be up at the crack at 10:30, whether or not they need to. Whether or not they need to. They're going to be up at the crack at 10:30 a.m. My God. High performers, get up early, small daily disciplines, and then large breakthroughs, big commitments, bold moves in small windows. That's how crazy confidence is built. That's why we've got to do this $1 million a month in May and $1 million a month in June as a team. Because we will take, with this bold move in a small window, we will take the confidence of this team to a whole other level. And then all of a sudden, while 2 million previously had seemed so far out there, it will all of a sudden be very reachable, because the confidence of every single person that goes with us in this big, bold move in a short window will explode through. That's why Jeremico said 500,000 in the fall and didn't even stutter, didn't even 500,000, and I think we're gonna, no, we just do 500,000 fall. Why? Confidence is built in bold moves, small windows. Bold moves, small windows. Here's what it does. When you make a big commitment in a small window, it forces you to do all the shoulds that you should have been doing already. It forces me to do all the shoulds that I should have been doing already, because we got no choice. When we've got no choice, we find depth that we didn't know existed. When you got no choice but to get it done, you figure it out. Why? Because that's what winners do, and you're a winner. All right, let me give you a few things on how. That's the whole psychological part of it, right? Here's some practical things on how. Get more leads than you need. You want to go crazy, set a big personal production goal, and then purchase and invest in the same amount of leads that you have always been getting. You will go crazy. Here's what it is. Invest more in leads than you think you need. Invest more in leads than you can possibly get to. Why? It's unreasonable. If you want to accomplish an unreasonable goal, get an unreasonable amount of leads. You say, but what if I get too many? I don't get to all of them. You go out and you write 40,000 in personal production in May and in June. You go to 100% contract. You get all that extra income coming in. You are not going to worry about the $228 of leads that you didn't get to. Go crazy with leads in May and June. Dials per hour. I was talking to one of you guys about this. Dials per hour, I talk about it all the time. How many dials per hour are you dialing? You should be making 50 dials for every hour of activity. Here's what kills people on making big moves. Parkinson's law. What is Parkinson's law? Parkinson's law says the thing will grow to fill the void in which it sits. Meaning, if you got a 3-hour block of time, but you have no dial count to hit, you're going to make those 38 dials last 3 hours. I promise you, because that's Parkinson's law. It's like gravity. You can't argue with it. It's true, whether or not we want it to be true. 50 dials per hour minimum. That's not reasonable, Stephen. Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Dial 3 times. Dial, voicemail, boop, dial, boop, hit him again, voicemail, boop, hit him again, pick up. It doesn't take that long. 50 dials per hour is where you need to get to. Get up earlier, dial a little later. Get up earlier, dial a little later. Here's why most people give up on goals. They set a goal. They hear something like this, and so they set a big, audacious goal, and then they try to make it happen at the same pace that they've been attacking. It's not going to work. If you want to make a big, crazy goal happen in May and June, me and you, we're going to get up a little earlier and we're going to dial a little later. What are we going to do? We're going to sacrifice the not important, not urgent. We're going to get behind on our shows in May and June. We're going to get behind in our keeping up with sports in May and June. We're going to get behind in our scrolling in May and June. We may not know what so-and-so said on Twitter for May and for June. We may not know where so-and-so posted a picture in May and June. We might miss that. We might miss it. Here's what I found. Every time I've sacrificed not important, not urgent, I've never missed it. I've never missed it. I've never missed it. In the beginning, like, God, I just hate to miss out on all that, but then you never miss it. You never miss it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start a little earlier. We're going to work a little later. And we're going to sacrifice the not important and the not urgent. Here's how else we're going to do it. I wanted Jeremico and Mimi on purpose. One, because they ain't afraid. And they did what I'm asking you to do. Be vocal, be accountable. And you say, well, Jeremico said he's going to do 250,000 as a team. What if he doesn't do it? Be vocal, be accountable. That's what winners do. Winners aren't scared. Winners don't fear any chance of failure. What they fear is futility. Winners don't worry about, what if I don't hit the big hairy goal, big hairy scary goal I set in May and June? What if they don't worry about that. They worry about futility. What if May and June come and go and I didn't try anything new or push harder or make anything happen? Winners fear futility. They don't fear possible failure. But a key to having a goal and hitting it is being vocal and being accountable. Here's another thing. Believe longer. Another reason people don't hit goals. They stop believing when the first adversity strikes. I wasn't joking when I said that's why Mimi had some adversity come up, because she set a big goal. That's why winners believe longer. Low performers, their belief, they believe right up until it starts to get a little bit difficult, and then they go, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. Oh, I'll never do anything. It's so hard. That's what low performers do. Winners go, I don't care. I'm going to get it done. Yeah, I like getting my adversity out of the way early in the month. I don't like it when it waits till the end of the month. Bring it on. Bring it on now, because let's get it out the way. Let's get the ugly frog out of the way first, and I'm going to believe straight on through it. That's what winners do. And when you start having the little fear monster talk to you, and the little fear monster says, you ain't going to hit it. You ain't going to hit it. You ain't going to hit it. Look, you have 4 appointments, no show this week. You ain't going to hit it. When that starts talking, here's what winners do. They double down. They don't discount. Winners double down. They don't discount. Low performers discount. They go, well, maybe I'll just go for 15 this month then. They listen to the fear monster in the back of their head going, you ain't going to hit it. And they go, really? You don't think so? Oh, no. I guess I'll change my goal to 15. Winners go, man, shut up. I'm doubling down. Yeah, I had some adversity this week. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to book 40 appointments next week, and I'm going to smoke you, fear monster. That's what winners do. Low performers, they listen to it and they go, do you think so? Oh, no. Maybe we'll just lower our goal and just give in a little bit. Not me and you. We're winners. All right, let's go. Here's 2 other things. Early in the month, bring the heat. You know why most people don't hit goals? They wait till the last minute. Happens every year. Happened for Ireland. It's going to unfortunately happen again for New Zealand. I'm going to get my phone blowing up January 15th. Well, I put one last policy through at the last minute, and that one policy was just enough to maybe get me up. Oh, no. Not you and me. We'll let the low performers do that. You and me, we're going to attack it early in the month. We're going to get our boot on top of it early in the month. Early in May, early in June. And then here's the last thing. Get someone on your side. Get someone on your side. Get someone that'll saddle up right next to you on your team and go, let's get it, me and you. And you say, well, I just joined. It's just me. Get someone that's just like you, ain't got nobody else with them yet. Get someone on your side by side. I ain't going to let you down. You ain't going to let me down. Guys, we've got to make this happen in May. We've got to make this happen in June. We're doing a boot camp in Dallas, 9 to 3, May 20. If you got anybody in the state of Texas, if you got anybody in the state of Louisiana, you got anybody close to get them to Dallas, we're going to light them up. I will be there. Greco will be there. Manley will be there. Albright will be there. We are going to do an epic boot camp then. We're going to continue to pour it on. I'm all in. Let's get out. Let's get after it, guys. Holly and I love you. We want you to win. We want you to feel what it's going to feel like for all the people that go all in May, all in June, and then we're all together in July. We want you to have that feeling. We love you. Let's get out. Let's get after it.